How you doing? Scotty Bear back with another video. This video about 1 month in El Paso, Texas. That's right, it's been a month since I've moved to El Paso, Texas. Now, I have not been excited about very many places in the United States in general. One is because, even before the pandemic, it's questionable, some of these rental prices and the real estate market that is flowing and growing right during the pandemic. People are moving around, and it's the question in your mind and what you want to really be careful of is the move that you make, especially during the pandemic, and the cost that was outlaid for where you moved to is hopefully what you wanted, right? So I was looking for great value. Like I said, rental costs have been I think as a whole just rising almost for no reason. In Vegas, like, the costs are going up for what? Yeah, demand is high. Demand is being fed from a state that's neighboring, that people are fleeing from. So I think that this is a false demand and likely not to sustain. So where do you go beyond that kind of has that element that is legitimately cheap, and kind of shares the surrounding supporting area to support those costs. And I feel like El Paso offers me that. I'll go from, if you've watched some of the previous videos that I've made, one of these costs are have been working on my dental health, right? So I need a dentist that is reasonable down here in El Paso. Mexico neighbors very closely just across the freeway, and so it allows me, like, I'm going to the dentist tomorrow for what appears to be $250 to repair this root canal, which is reasonable, a little higher than I'm used to, from going to my dentist in Tijuana, that's for sure, but certainly not unreasonable. And from glasses and stuff like that, I have to have my prescription redone again. So I'm looking to take advantage of that. And again, no places in the United States are really offering that. The cost is ridiculous. So that's cool. Now, El Paso is kind of interesting too, because it also neighbors New Mexico. Literally, New Mexico is a suburb of El Paso. And this wasn't planned. This was kind of an unintended gift, I guess, where there is a state that neighbors Texas, where I could get some, visit a casino and get some, action. And that's kind of nice. Not one of the reasons why I moved here, but just so happened to work out like that. Sunland Park. Oh, get a nice siren in your video. Nothing like that. So, those happen to work out nice. El Paso is a laid-back place. You should be ready for lots of Española, that's for sure. And again, I'll reiterate, cheap. Cheap is definitely, you're not going to come here and have a hard time finding a place. There's lots of availability. Maybe with, the Biden administration allowing all these migrants over the border, and as this is one of those borderland areas for sure. And this will be kind of interesting to see how it affects the area. How I will say, okay, so Las Vegas is not safe. Albuquerque, definitely not safe. How this area is safe. This area is quite a bit safer than most places in the United States. I am aware that there was a Walmart shooter thing. I'm not really that concerned with that situation. And I do know that the COVID positivity rate and the death rate for the area, which is, you know, it kind of horseshoes around the Franklin mountain area. So, you know, and my access to the area was excellent too. I stayed at a motel for a very reasonable $675 for a month to look around and explore places to live. The second place I applied for, I was approved. And, you know, that was nice because I had not been approved because, one, you know, I don't have a job. And the other thing is you know, the flexibility of moving where I want to because I don't have a job, what is also an advantage. So, you know, El Paso offered me both. It's also super nice that, you know, the Mexican culture around here happens to be kind of surrounded around burritos, and then the neighboring state is the green chili capital of the world. So it's an interesting kind of you know, how the you know, the local cuisine, I don't know, you know, it's kind of how it's merged. It's kind of cool. But, you know, this is all stuff I kind of found out from living here. And, you know, I'm happy. Like I said, there's not been many places I have been thrilled about. I easily got in, all concern when you're moving, and cost. Cost was very, you know, my moving cost was, you know, under $1,000, and there is even cheaper situations. You can literally go downtown, again, a reasonably safer area than maybe even where you're from. Find an apartment, get approved, and you know, for very cheap. I mean, I've seen studios for literally $365 that are 3 walking blocks from Mexico. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're considering moving in the area, I wish you luck. I think it's a good option. Have a wonderful Monday afternoon.